Batman Arkham Knight is the third Batman game developed by Rocksteady Studios. Now, considering how good the previous games were that came before it, expectations were obviously high. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were not only brilliant games, but revolutionized the way we view superhero games today. Arkham Asylum introduced a combat and predator system that we all know and love, and has been copied and mimicked by many developers since its creation. Arkham City then took that formula and blew everyone away by making it an open-world free-roam sandbox. So what could they do to further build on that Arkham experience? Introducing the Batmobile. When the Batmobile was announced by Rocksteady at E3 last year, it was met by some mixed opinions. Some hated the idea and others loved it. However, Rocksteady have seamlessly integrated the Batmobile into the game and it looks gorgeous. Pressing L1 instantly calls the Batmobile to you and you automatically jump into it all in one fluid motion. The Batmobile looks and sounds exactly how you imagine it would. Driving through the streets of Gotham, the car smashes and plows through everything in your way, and so much of the open world is breakable. This, however, doesn't remain permanent. You may break open a fence to the orphanage, but the next time you visit, the fence will have magically fixed itself. It does break immersion slightly, but it's not a deal breaker. The car controls are a little loose when you first use it, but it becomes easy to use the more time you spend with it. It does puzzle me, however, why the developers have decided to have the R2 as accelerate and the brake to square. The game became much more enjoyable once the Batmobile controls were switched to have L2 as the brake and R2 as accelerate. Batmobile also has a tank mode. At the press of a button, you can switch to battle mode, which transforms the Batmobile into a tank and makes the Batmobile operate more like a third-person shooter of sorts. While the tank combat is serviceable, it isn't anything revolutionary, and various tank stealth sections may frustrate some players. The tank mode is required to solve various puzzles in the game, however, which I think Rocksteady should be commended for. The combat and predator mode remain largely the same, however, Rocksteady have added a few new gadgets and moves for you to play with. The most notable of these is the fear takedown mechanic. When sneaking up to enemies, you can take down up to 5 thugs in slow motion without getting hit. This mechanic is wisely locked behind a silent takedown, meaning you will have to take someone down silently to recharge its use. Another welcome addition to combat and predator are the dual takedowns. Certain portions of the game have you running around with a sidekick, Robin, Nightwing and Catwoman, which you can swap between during combat. Using the dual takedown has both characters take down a thug simultaneously and switches your control to your sidekick while the AI operates as Batman. This again is locked behind takedown, so you will need to recharge the meter before using it again. Rocksteady have also wisely removed some of the combat and predator moves in previous games that some gamers have thought were too powerful. Bat Swarm, Shock Gloves and the Remote Claw have all been removed, among other things. Overall, they have refined what was already a great hand-to-hand combat system. It's obvious the graphics have been downgraded from what was initially shown in the E3 gameplay demo of last year. However, it still looks and runs brilliantly. There were no frame rate hiccups in my 20 to 15 hours playing the game, and the game ran smoothly. It was a little disappointing to see that animations seemed to be copied and pasted from the previous Arkham games, but these were already good, so one can't really complain. The Arkham universe is Rocksteady's take on Batman continuity, so as such they've given their own spin on the Batman characters. These designs have been further tweaked from Arkham City, and the characters have been modernized to look more gritty while still remaining unmistakably iconic. The story follows directly from Arkham City and also makes references to WB Montreal's Arkham Origins. For this reason, it would be advised if you were planning to play this that you at least have completed Arkham City. The main antagonist of the game, Scarecrow, is a fitting villain, however the real story lies in the identity of the Arkham Knight. It is a good bookend and fitting conclusion to Rocksteady's trilogy, although I doubt that this will be the last Arkham game we'll see in the franchise. The main campaign runs for approximately 10 to 12 hours, however there are plenty of side missions and collectibles to increase the playtime to 30 to 40 hours. Add in the New Game Plus and the AR challenges and you'll be looking at approximately 50 to 60 hours to platinum or 100% this game. It is a little disappointing to see the exclusion of the coveted challenge maps from Arkham City, Asylum and Origins. In its place are AR challenges which don't quite play the same as challenge maps and are mostly filled with Batmobile challenges. And the Batmobile challenges can be really tedious and frustrating, and the only sour note in an otherwise stellar game.
Direct hits to destroy them.
Rattler forces engaged in the loading bay. 2 Diamondbacks in support. I'm watching.
Batman Arkham Knight is a fitting ending to a brilliant Arkham trilogy by Rocksteady Studios. It adds to the already brilliant Arkham formula while also delivering new mechanics and ideas to freshen the franchise. Aside from some annoying Batmobile challenges, it is a masterful game which is a must play for any Batman fan or fan of open world action games.